Hello, wayfarer. A long time ago, I crossed the line of no return, after which I, as a digital artist, never went back to paper again. But times change, and I had to go to my roots, which is a little exciting. After all, this will be my first time trying out acrylic markers. The wheel of the Arrtx drawing gods is my own, which means it's time to test my art samurai capabilities once again. Today's review is a set of 30 colors. It includes markers that have a super handy tip in the form of a brush, as well as stickers, which my clear head used apparently not for the intended purpose. After all, I can see the numbers designations on the surface of the markers. However, this is not a big problem. They are easy to work with, you just need to choose the right color. This time, I decided to draw the femme fatale from the Chainsaw Man. Makima-sama is so delightful that you can lose your head, literally. That's why my trembling hands were especially afraid of messing up. For the skin color base, I decided to use alcohol markers from Arrtx from an earlier review. If you haven't seen it, then I recommend check it out. They are also worthy of admiration. The acrylic markers themselves have a thick coating and have no problem covering any color. And then it hit me. I could correct my mistakes as much as I needed to. It was this opportunity from digital drawing that calmed my troubled heart. Theoretically, now I am allowed to mess up, I thought, and at all speeds continued confidently my work, which absorbed me with the head. I confess honestly, the color palette for this work was very little to be worthy to go wild. That's why I used everything I had in the house. Alcohol markers, colored pencils, and even black liner for CDs. I don't know how you deal with it, but I often find myself afraid to start drawing. It doesn't seem so difficult. The eyes are afraid, but the hands do it, so others say. But what if the problem goes deeper than that? And this fear comes from a new form of perfectionism that presses on you, depriving you of the right to make a mistake. However, it is almost impossible to paint perfectly on a blank canvas at once, isn't it? After all, the process of drawing is the embodiment of the search for the right forms in itself, and in order to find it, one should try to do it. That's the way I try to overpower myself time after time. It's much better to fight on paper than with yourself. That's the way I think. And at one point, after the mega popular AI witch hunt among artists by the merciless art community, something snapped in me. I stopped seeing the point of kicking and pushing myself, so I let my drawing be less than perfect with mistakes. Ironic that thanks to people who criticize me for literally every mistake I made on my drawings, I was able to free myself. I think they would freak out if they found out that I accidentally drew the sixth finger on Makima's hand. Oopsie! Color in and pretend like you didn't see anything, okay? Otherwise, they will never leave me alone again and I will steal all your snacks. Got it? That's a deal. So, there is something peaceful about drawing here. And of all of the markers types, acrylic is my clear favorite. It helps to reveal the potential of drawing to the fullest and also allows me to be more daring. Send many thanks to the guys at Arrtx for giving me this opportunity. And also thank you so much for watching. Earlier in the comments I was asked to draw out on paper freehand and I happily did so. Thank you for the request. And now I'm going to ask you again, what character or characters should I draw this time? I will sincerely welcome your ideas and so please feel free to share them. I guess that's the end of my work and I leave you, my dear, alone with her.